Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess and I like to read, but I'm also a mom and I have other hobbies. So I want to kind of mesh the two. Okay, so I want to talk about my January reading wrap up, probably include December in that as well because I didn't do a December one. And I think I only read 2 books maybe in December, but January, I think I read 4. Maybe 5. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to talk about the books that I read while also making bread. Yeah, I know, it's gonna be so exciting. Also, this is my first time making bread ever. I'm by no means a professional, but I've really come to enjoy baking and I wanna try making sandwich bread. I do have a sourdough starter that's not quite ready yet, maybe in the next couple of days. So hopefully I can make something with that as well. But nonetheless, we are making bread either way and we are talking books. If you like this kind of video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on a new video every week. And let's get into it. So we are absolutely winging it. And I wish I could show you what I was doing down below, but I just cannot get the angle correct. Oh. 1 cup of warm water. For the month of December, I think I actually only read 2 books. 1/4 cup milk warmed. Ever since I found out I was pregnant, I really have not been reading very much or wanting to read very much. However, that has kind of changed, but for December, I only read 2 books. I read Kissed by the Gods by Katie Rogan, and I did a reread of Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Still an incredible book. I still love it. It's still one of my top favorite entry-level romantasy books. And then Kissed by the Gods was a lot of fun, had a lot of feminine rage. There is a blonde MMC, which you don't see too often. But they also have these kinds of war horses, I guess. I don't even know. But they were badass and I really enjoyed the FMC. I enjoyed all of the side characters as well. That was a lot of fun. Warm milk. But yeah, like I said, lots of feminine rage. I really enjoyed the MMC in it. 2 tablespoons. This is probably going to turn out like shit because I really, for the life of me, cannot multitask. So I don't know why I am trying to do this, but it's fun and I am having fun and that's all that matters. Yeah, those were the 2 books that I read in December. Nothing too crazy. I like rereading. I don't know, something about being in a slump. It just rereading a book is so much fun. But then fast forward to January. So now we are kind of more recent. I read A Bargain So Bloody by Vasilia Drake. And I think that one also was indie and is now going trad publishing, but this is vampires. And I was so excited. I really enjoyed this. I feel like there's not that many vampire romances out there. So I did really enjoy that. I had a lot of fun with that one as well. It's a very intense slow burn. You really don't get any gratification in book 1. If that is not your thing, if a really intense slow burn is not your thing, then I would probably pass on that. But I loved it. It was so good. I had so much fun with it. I think I ended up actually reading that book in like a week. So things were starting to pick up for me. I was very excited. I only read 4 books in January. So the last 3 books were finishing up the Lady of Darkness series. So Lady of Ashes, Lady of Embers, and Lady of Starfire. And that is a completed 5-book series. And I wanted to finish reading that because her other series was just recently completed. And I wanted to finish this one first just in case some things overlapped. We'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. But those last 3 books were so incredible. Book 3 broke my heart. Book 4 started off breaking my heart. And then book 5, I think it was honestly the perfect conclusion to wrap up a series. I will say, I do feel like they kind of got really long and some of the adventures I feel like were a little unnecessary, but the pacing was incredible. I was not bored for a single second. I think all of them I read within 5 to 6 days. So, and those were big books. I think the last one was 600 pages maybe. And I loved all of them. I really enjoyed that series. It's definitely spicy. A lot of people compare it to Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, but it is, in my opinion, better. Plus it is new adult. You get multi-POV and a lot of these characters, I love them so much. I did really end up loving that series. Butter, salt, and 1 cup flour. Oh, I forgot I gotta get 4 tablespoons. But I really did end up enjoying that series. That is probably one of my all-time favorite completed book series. Melissa Rourke just really knows how to write her characters. And I'm gonna stick my butter in my bra so it comes to room temperature. And if you haven't ever done that, I may or may not be judging you. But I just honestly, I'm so glad I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. I'm finally feeling like reading again. If you watched my last video, I talked about, you know, whenever I'm pregnant, I just like don't have the urge to read. It honestly kind of makes me a little sick, and I just didn't have the attention span for it. I didn't have it. I didn't care. But now I am really excited because I am getting back into the swing of things. I'm trying to finish out series that are complete or I just need to catch up with. So I'm really glad to say that I have checked off Lady of Darkness series and I loved it. Phenomenal. Definitely recommend. Incredible characters, incredible story arcs and redemption arcs, and you hate these characters, but then you end up loving them and crying for them. I can sometimes cry while reading a book, but while I'm pregnant, all these hormones and these emotions. Yeah. Okay. Then let's just talk about what I'm currently reading because I did end up starting Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa Rourke. That is book 4 in the Legacy series. So that is her other series that she has. She has a Legacy series and then she has Lady of Darkness series. They do have some overlapping. So that's why, like I said, I wanted to finish the Lady of Darkness series before jumping back into the Legacy series. But I am like 60% of the way through that. That is a long ass book. That is 995 pages on Kindle. I did purchase the physical, but I don't know what the actual number count is on the physical. But yeah, that's what I am currently reading. So I'm hoping to get that finished. Today is Tuesday the 3rd. I'm hoping to get that finished by this weekend. I feel like I've been doing pretty good reading good chunks throughout the day. But then at night, I just don't want to read. I get in bed and I get all cozy and then I want to watch YouTube or I want to scroll on my phone, which is not necessarily the best idea. But I digress. We're doing great. I'm feeling so much better in terms of pregnancy related. I actually have a doctor's appointment to go to in like an hour, but I am now 23 weeks. See, that's what happens when this is your 3rd kid. I honestly forget. I need an app to track for me. I am 23 weeks. Oh my God. So I am well over halfway into my pregnancy and we are doing things. It's great. It's going wonderfully, but I want to also start incorporating my baking and all that other stuff that I've been doing. So this is me trying to do that. We'll see how it goes. I will also have to pop back on here later to show you kind of the progress. Hopefully the bread turns out okay. Fingers crossed. It is currently 9 o'clock, but I had to come pop back on. I've had the bread. I've tested the bread out and it is so good. So pat on the back to me because I am obsessed with it. It is so amazing. Let me show you. It is so incredibly soft and squishy. And when it was warm, it was so amazing. But I'm actually going to have another piece and then go to bed. But like I said, I just had to come back on and show the final result. And yeah, we're just going to kind of have fun with this. We're taking it day by day, having fun, reading as we go, doing our hobbies as we go. And I just want to share. I like being able to share what I'm doing and things that I enjoy. So anyhow, that's pretty much all I got. I'm going to finish baking this bread. I will try to put in clips at the end maybe to see how this bread turned out. Hopefully it turns out okay. If you don't see clips after this, then it's probably because the bread was shit. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful reading week, reading month, and I will see you on my next video next week and we will go from there.